In this video, we're going to go over how to use a saved shape, or also known as a polygon, to draw a demographic report from. So for instance, even though our church, our location is up in here, let's say, for example, we wanted to look at another community, perhaps closer to Charleston or in a completely different area than what we're located. Even though perhaps you are tied to a study, a particular church location, you're able to draw a shape or polygon wherever you want to. This is terrific for a lot of different applications. And so what I have right here is I have a saved shape for the Daniel Island community right here in Charleston. And so to pull up your saved shapes that you've already drawn that we went over in a previous video, you just click the shapes button here at the bottom. You go over here to your shapes window, you click the drop down box for save shapes, and then you would look for the one that you drew that you want to pull up. And then you'd simply click the draw button. You'll see how it draws there on the map. If perhaps there are other shapes on here that do not belong to you that you'd like to get away from your view, just to clear it up, you can click this box. If you have lots of different shapes for lots of different communities and areas that you're looking at and you're labeling them as such, you're able to search through all of your shapes right here. Now, before I draw a report, I simply want to show you one great tool or one great part of using the shapes feature. So if we go back to our layers button, I simply want to show you why the shape tool is great in this situation. So if I were to click the counties layer, which shows you all of Berkeley County where we're located, you'll see that this tiny little sliver right down here is Daniel Island. But it also covers my church where we're located and so many other areas here in the low country of South Carolina. It's the largest county in our state. And so if I were to use a predefined demographic report, as we looked at earlier, and I were to draw it for Berkeley County, it would be a very skewed, inaccurate picture to understand Daniel Island. Even if I were to use the zip codes button, you'll see the zip code that this community belongs to stretches even way over here. And this half of the zip code is so different than this half of the zip code. Worlds apart. Very, very different communities and demographics that belong to each of these. And so very, very, very different. And so again, in this situation, it's very handy to draw a shape in the area that you want to learn more about. And then also too, you can look at the other block groups and census tracts and things like that that help you again see this window, right? And even the cities layer that shows me Charleston, right? Again, Daniel Island is outlined all right here. So once we have our shape pulled up, the one that we're wanting to look at, we'll simply click on the demographics button here at the bottom. In a later video, we're going to look at the custom reports. These are reports that you're able to select certain information that you'd like to look at. We'll cover that in a later video. But simply for today, to draw a report from a shape, we're going to look at the second tab, which is the predefined. And now this is considered a predefined report because we have defined the area that we're doing a report from. And so even though we're not using a zip code, we're not using other boundary lines or other layers, that's still the label it kind of falls under here. And so you'll see right here that it's being prepared for me. You'll see the study area is Daniel Island, as it shows right here. That's the name of the shape that I drew. And then again, this next drop-down box allows us to pick which of the many options that we have to pull a report from. And then you simply would click on the report and generate it. And that's it. And to clear, once again, to clear your shape, if you want to get rid of that view, you can simply click this X, or over here on the other side, the O with the line through it to clear the map.